first is you need to chain 15, and then after chaining 15, work 3 single crochets starting from the second chain from hook. So here we're going to work 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3. After that, we're going to do 1 single crochet in each of the next 5 chains. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 individual single crochets. Next is we're going to skip 2 chains, and on the third we're going to start working 1 single crochet in each of the next 5. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. When you get to the last chain, we're gonna work 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And this will turn our work to the other side. And then after turning it, in the next 5 stitches, we're gonna work 1 on each. So this is where we have our 3 single crochets. So in the next 5 here, this counts as the first stitch on the opposite side. So we're gonna work first, then in here 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, now next is we are going to end up into the chain 2 space here, where we're going to work 1 single crochet, chain 2, and 1 single crochet into the chain 2 space. And then after that, we're going to work 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 single crochets. So I now have 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the end of round 1. So we are working the heart in rounds, and starting on the very first single crochet of the previous round, we are going to work 2 single crochets. And so we're going to work 2. Add a stitch marker so that you will know the end of the round. Okay, so we're gonna do this 2 more times. So we're going to work 2 single crochets in the next, and then 2 single crochet in the third. Alright. After this, we're going to single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3 and 4. So after this, we're going to skip 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and then into the next we're going to work 1 single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. So we already have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are going to mirror what we have done in here, in which we increased this curve here. So we did an increase 3 times, and we're gonna do the same when we get to the other side. So in the next 3 stitches, we're going to work 2 single crochets on each. So we already have 1, and then in the next we're going to add 2 single crochets, and in the last we're working the last 2 single crochets. We're going to work 1 single crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. So we are going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once we get to the chain 2 space, we're gonna do the same again. We're going to work 1 single crochet, chain 2, and 1 single crochet into the chain 2 space. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to work 1 single crochet into each of the remaining stitches, which is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So round 2 is finished. For round 3, we're going to work an increase. We're going to start in the very first single crochet of round 2. We're going to do 2 single crochets, and don't forget to add a stitch marker on the very first stitch of round 3, which is here, and then the next one is single crochet 1. So we will repeat working 2 single crochets in the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the next for 3 times. So in the next we're gonna do 2, and then in the next 1 single crochet, and lastly working 2 single crochets and 1 into the next. So we did 3 times. Next is we're going to work 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So we already have 1, 2, and 3. And then after this, we're going to skip 2 single crochets, and into the next we're going to work 1 single crochet in each of the next 4. So we already have 2, 3, and 4. Now after this, as you can see, we are on the other side, and it's going to be the same way as what we did here. We did an increase, and so we're going to do the same thing. So after working one single crochet in each of the next stitches, so we're going to work 2 single crochets and 1 in the next. So we're gonna do that 3 times. So 2, 1 in the next, and then 2 here, one in the next, and then 2 and 1. So after the increase on this side, we're going to work 1 single crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. So we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're back to the chain 2 space, and as always we're going to work a single crochet, chain 2, and 1 single crochet into the same chain 2 space. So we have remaining stitches left, and we're going to work 1 single crochet into each of the remaining 7 stitches. So we already have 1 there, 2, 3, and 7. So round 3 is done. Alright, so for round 4, we're going to work a single crochet into the next, or the very first stitch of round 4, which is the last one. And then after this, we're going to work an increase again, which will be the last increase. And to do that, we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next, and then in the next 2 we're gonna work 1 on each. So remember, we did 2 single crochets, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and we're going to repeat that 2 more times. So this is the first, 2, and then 1 and 1 in the next. Last increase, 2, and then 1, and then 1 in the next. Next is we're going to work 1 single crochet into the next, and then we are going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and on the third we're going to start working 1 single crochet in each of the next 3. So this is the first, second, and third. After that, we're going to do the same thing as what we did here. We're going to work an increase as well. So to start, we're gonna work 2 single crochets, 1 in the next, 1 in the next. So we already have 1, and then in the next 2 single crochets, 1 in the next, 1 more in the next, and we're going to work our last increase. So 2, and then 1 in each of the next 2. So we did 3 times. Next is we're gonna work 1 single crochet in each of the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 6, and 7. And then after that, we're going to work a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet into the chain 2 space. And then in each of the remaining stitches, we're gonna work 1 single crochet on each. We only have 8 single crochets left, so I did 1 already. So 2, 7, and 8. So we have finished round 4, which is the last round. And in order to do a amigurumi heart, you should make 1 more. So if you're making the first one, we're going to fasten it off, and then you should make 1 more of this, and you need a fiber fill for the stuffing. So single crochet in each of the next 14 stitches. So this is my first, and I'm gonna okay, so after this I am going to work 1 single crochet in each of the next 14. So 2, 3, 4. We're going to chain 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going to work a slip stitch into the 20th chain, and then single crochet into the next 23 stitches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after working 23 stitches on both hearts, now into the chain, both of the chain 3 space, we're going to work 3 single crochet. 2, 3. We need to put in some fiber fill inside. Make sure to put just enough, then you can continue working on single crochets on both piece